So I want a train ran on me, but I don't think the logistics will work because I am a one and done ass.
I swear to God, it's 9 in the morning.
Shit, she couldn't get a train in the same room.
I'm a little person. Of course things look huge in my hand. You're welcome.
Maybe if you want to meet a guy, you should learn to cook, and I'll teach you. It's not that big of a deal, Hannah. That's a life skill you should have.
Why would I learn how to cook when the guys I date already eat my ass?
Jesus Christ, Hannah.
Biggest shopping regret.
My BBL. They really botched this one. They put it in the front instead of the back. That's sick. What am I supposed to do? Dance like this?
That's a whole lot of meat.
I can't believe you forgot your watch again. Yeah, sure. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Your dick's so good. 4, 3, 2.
What? Trans mode? What is this?
Y'all didn't believe that I could put a JBL speaker up my ass. Well, after a considerate amount of time, I did it. Again. And I would like to play you all a song. Coming straight from my asshole.
What the hell?
That's turned all the way up, by the way.
Sounds like shit.
If you tell me to sit on your face, of course I'm gonna be a little shy at first. Like, are you sure? Can you breathe? But as soon as you give me that green light, I am riding that shit. The British aren't coming, no. I am the British.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah, I love them bad bitches. Why? Cause I'm a bad bitch too. Call my nigga Ching boy, why you ain't call me? Fuck bad.
Dude! You're no. Dude, get the f out of here. Go away.
You've been dating for how long now? Like
2 years.
you guys trust each other?
I mean, I do, yeah. I think we have a strong relationship for years. Most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, 2 years. Are you down to see if your girlfriend is on any dating apps right now?
I mean, I'm down.
I think we should start going.
I don't know, dude. I'm down. I think we can do it.
We use a cheater buster AI.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
Honestly?
Alright, my name's Alex.
What is it?
Alessia.
Alessia?
What are you doing?
My name's...
You're giving a fake name?
Be for real.
Just
This
came up.
is you. Why the f are you on Tinder? You're
Oh,
no,
this
no,
one.
you're no. Get out of here. Move me around home. Bro, no way. Are you for real? What? I need to contemplate life. Damn, bro.
Good luck, bro. Like.
Alright guys, let me know if you catch her on the Tinder and she says the old account. Are you gonna believe it? Are you gonna believe it? You let me know.
Wel, die past hier gewoon in, maar dat geloven jullie niet. Maar moet eens opletten.
Hey, excuse me, this is a pretty cool car. What do you do for work?
Oh, thank you. I actually take it up the ass.
Who would have thought?
Damn, these pants right here, I swear to God, man, if a girl ain't got no ass, she got some, and a girl with ass got bootay, and these motherfuckers, let me tell you.
I like pretty bitches. Pretty bitches like me too. She a mad hoe. I looked her up, she ugly too.
If I'm giving a man a... We're not stopping until my throat's coated. That's why I do it. Where's my reward? This is not a warm-up. Where's my drink? Where's my Diet Dr. Kelp?
Gotta coat that throat like a honey bun.
Mija, arréglate, ponte bonita, que esta noche yo voy a verte.
Put your hand on the wall. Put your hand down. Rub your elbow. Put your hand on the wall.
So stupid.
Hey guys, if you're looking for the wildest police videos YouTube has to offer, you gotta pay us a visit over here at FreezePOV.
Oh, cool.
didn't get hired. And she was like, oh, like, you just, like, don't have enough experience there.
I think it was the sunglasses. You know? I think that took you out of the running. It just knocked it out of the park for you. It wasn't the fact that you have a, you know, a demonic spider on your neck. It wasn't even the demonic goat on your chest, you know? Or the fact that you have piercings. There are face tats as well. Bra straps showing. You know, it wasn't any of that. I think it was the eyes. Because if you have your eyes covered, people can't trust you. You know, you need to be able to look people in the eyes. You got to keep eye contact when you're communicating, because you need to have good communication skills when you're working in customer.
Well, the people in our older audience are probably pretty overseeing this shit right here as people complain about not being able to get a job, but look at the condition they're in. And let me tell you, when they've made this many bad decisions on the surface, when you hire them, they're going to do nothing but make bad decisions for you too. But I'll tell you the truth, I do have one employee, he's tattooed head to toe. He is a fantastic worker. He's a really good guy. So sometimes they can work out.
The deepest life quote that you ever heard?
God feeds the birds, but he doesn't drop worms in their nests. And I'm like, that's so true, man. Like, God gives us all this opportunity. We have to go out and do something, man. Like, we have agency to choose what we want to do in life, but most people, like, they're all afraid, right? They never do anything. So you got to go out and do something. God gives you an opportunity, so just go out and do something. Help people, you know? I feel like you go out there and you really have something that you want to help people. You have a great business plan around it. Like, it's a great feeling.
You know, that is a great saying. I like the clips this guy has, but, you know, I wouldn't say that people are scared. I'd say they're lazy. They take no action and they have no drive. That's the real situation. And, you know, if that's you need to be honest with yourself and eradicate it from your life. Figure out how to be a somebody.
Now I'm trophied up. I'm saying, like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
What part of Make Me a Sandwich did you not understand?
I just showed up for my 20-hour shift at the ball crushing factory. Let me show you what my wife put in my lunchbox. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We got trail mix with the animal crackers because I'm a fucking child. We got a Kool-Aid Jimmy Jam. We got the good Greek yogurt with the granola packed separately so it doesn't get soggy. And the strawberries to go with it. We got the Sketty. I don't know what's in it, but it's good as fuck. We got tiny zero-carb tortillas. What's that for, you ask? It's for the whole little chicken wrap deal that she makes for me. Look at that. There's lettuce. There's seasoned tomato.
There are women that will argue all day long, whether it's in the comment section or in real life, about how women should or should not do this. But the bottom line is that men that have this type of woman in their life, they are so in love and they are so appreciative of it. They know that they're lucky. So ladies, when you really think about it, don't you want your man to feel that way about you?
Yeah, I like how she spun it on at the end. Don't you want him to think that way about you? But let's be honest. They don't really care what we think all that much. But I will say, guys, it can happen. It happens. They're out there. They really are. Keep hunting.
This is the Revenge of the Commissar. Drinking, cheating, goodbye, hurting song.
Damn, so let me get this straight. They were doing the Dunkin' Dungaroo, and then he ended up eating it after? My goodness.
This thing you're living in, this thing we call a body, this is a mass of molecules in a very high speed of vibration. There's about 11 million kilowatt hours per pound potential energy locked up in the electrons in the atoms of your body. This thing is a mass of living energy. Your brain is an electronic switching station. And you know the thoughts you think dictate the vibration you're in. When you think negative thoughts, I don't care what it's about, you are putting yourself in a bad vibration. And when you get in a bad vibration, you know what you're going to attract? You're going to attract equal an amount of like energy. That's right. See, it's the vibration we're in that dictates what we do. It's the vibration we're in that dictates how we feel. Feeling is a word we invented to describe our conscious awareness of the vibration we're in. And it's our thoughts that control our vibration.
All right, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. You know, I want to talk about change. You know, as a man, it's inevitable that we're going to change through periods of our life. In fact, you're going to have to reinvent yourself, and it might be quite annoying. You might lose a whole business and have to start from scratch, shit like that. And, well, you know, it's how you take it as a man that's really going to change everything. You know, you have to keep your attitude right and your perspective straight. And, well, you know, in my mind, when I got to the lowest points, I thought, what are you going to do about it? Die? And I was like, fucking, I ain't going to die. I was like, well, then shut the fuck up and move on. And that's literally what I would tell myself. That's literally what I would do. But, you know, the fact of the matter is, you know, I'd say at least 80% of the lessons that I've learned here are from me being on the other side of the tracks. So it's never too late to change if you aren't exactly the person that you want to be right now. And, well, inevitably when you're about 20 years old and you turn into 30 and 40, you know, it's like you can't possibly be the same person you were when you were 20. So that's a perfectly natural evolution for yourself to be going through, you know. But at the end of the day, if you're like an angry person, if you don't talk to yourself correctly, you know, I mean, the reason why I know how to talk to myself properly and how strong of a situation it is because how out of control my self-talk was when I was 19. The reason why I can regulate my anger is because at one time I had a difficult time regulating my anger, and I looked at myself and I asked myself questions, and I figured out that I wanted to fix the problem. So, you know, almost every lesson that you learn deeply comes from the fact that you screwed it up in the first place. And that's perfectly fine. It's just the way that life is. There's nothing that you could really possibly do about it. And, you know, the more that you can roll with it and not be affected by it and not choose the victim mentality and look at it as a stepping stone, as a growth situation, that you couldn't have really become the person you are without making these simple mistakes. And who cares? It's just like everybody makes mistakes. It's not a really big deal. And, you know, well, if you're in a rut and you have behavioral problems, or you don't write lists, or you have bad habits and behaviors, the good news is that all of these things can be broken, and we all had to start from somewhere. But you just have to begin with acknowledging that maybe you're not doing the best in some areas and taking an active approach to fixing that every single day. It's just that simple, and it's not that big of a deal, and it becomes fun. And, you know, the better and better you get, the more proud you are, the more efficient you are, you know, life gets better and better. So if you aren't where you want to be right now, it's perfectly fine. You can change, and you should just start changing and really think about it, analyze it. And as always, write everything down. The power of writing everything down is quite incredible. So the pen and paper, write down your goals, write down where you're coming short, write down how you could fix it. And you can really hash out ideas that are dynamic and multifaceted in that way. You can revisit what you've written down and make adjustments. And, well, it'll never be more clear than when you wrote it all down on paper, no matter what it is. All right, guys, always appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.